last video, I said I would talk about some of the processes and what it took to get your wife to the United States. And everybody thinks it might be an easy task, but there's a lot of paperwork, believe me. And first thing I did was came back. Took me about 1 month. Took me 1 month to decide if this is what I wanted. And I chose this is what I wanted. And it's been a great decision. First thing you're going to have to do, you're going to have to go to the government website, UCIS. And depending on what type of visa that you're wanting, if you're already married, then if you went over to Thailand or you went to another country, it's CR1. So you're applying for a marriage visa. For me, I wanted to go the Fiancé visa. And the reason why I went with the Fiancé visa is that, yes, I talked to Jao. We talked for 4 months. I went over for 15 days. I knew her, but and I didn't have the opportunity like if she was here. You get to date 6 months, a year, decide if this is the person of your dreams. So with the fiancé visa, you've got 3 months to decide if you're going to get married or not. And if you don't get married, and then before the 3 months is up, she's got to return back to her country. I know that sounds mean and harsh, but I was married before, and I wanted to make sure I didn't make any other type of mistake in my life, which it hasn't. Adjust this, which it hasn't. It's been great. But that's a chance. The chance that you take. But anyways, I went and filled out the paperwork. I think it was the F129 for the fiancé visa. I'll have to double check. But you have to fill this paperwork out. And my advice to you is that you need to get with the young lady or the lady that you're talking to and have her get documentation of everything. And when I mean everything, if she's had a name change, it has to be, she's got to have documentation of that and certified. Then it has to be translated into English as well as her Thai language. You have to have a copy of that. If she's been married before, you have to have a copy of the divorce decree and from Thailand, and it's got to be translated. What else? Got to know the schools that she went to. She needs to write this stuff down and give it to you. If not, it's going to be a really long process, because every day you're filling this out and you're having to go back and ask her to give you this information, and then she's got to email it back to you, and then you're putting it down, and then you come across something else, her addresses, she's lived in the past, was it 3 years, 5 years, she's got to know these addresses, and you got to put them down in there. It's not an easy task by a far cry, but it's well worth it at the end. But just giving you some hints. When you go to Thailand and you meet her for the first time, keep all your documents as far as plane tickets, anywhere that you've been, hotel, take a lot of pictures together, go see her family, take pictures with their families and stuff, because this is going to help you out. They want to see this. So definitely take some pictures. Keep all your documents, receipts, hotels. Pretty much your itinerary will help you out a little bit too, because that'll give you dates where you've been in Thailand, and you got to show proof that you guys were together. So the pictures, if you guys decided to spend time together in the same hotel, that's going to be important. You got to show all that. Now, what I end up doing, and it's not for everybody, of course, but this was kind of new to me. So there was a company online called Rapid Visa, and I'm not trying to, I don't get money from them to advertise for them or not. I'm just telling you what I'd end up doing. I think I ended up paying like 800 bucks. But what I liked about it is that if I had any questions or anything, they were there to answer. And they already had it on a designed up where I could go and put information in it and save it. And then later on, I could come back and then finish what I want to do and then save it again. So I felt like I wasn't rushed and trying to do all that paperwork, because like I said, I was going back and forth to Ratana, back and forth in emails, getting information. She was sending pictures. I was having to print them out, save them, and the whole 9 yards. The Rapid Visa, when you end up doing the Fiancé visa, the thing about that was that they went through before it got sent off. They'll send it off for you. They check everything, and it has some instructions with that, and I kind of like that, and that kind of helped me out because it was all new to me. Now I know how to do it. So if you're needing some help, instead of paying a lawyer $5,000 or $3,000 or whatever the case may be, which I've heard some people's done, uh, this is a cheaper way if you're not understanding how to do the paperwork and what the process is to utilize that company. And I think, like I said, I think it was like 800 bucks, and you pay as you can go. You don't have to pay it all up front. But by the time it's time to send the documents off, then it's got to be paid off. So if it took you a month or it takes you 2 months to do the documents, that's okay. You got time to pay on it. But I think they broke it up in some payments for me, I think is what it was. So I didn't get hit all at once, the $800, which wouldn't have mattered. I had the funds, so it didn't matter to me. But after that happened, finally got all the documents and got it sent off. Ended up getting a email, and they certified the documents to be sent off. Ended up getting an email saying that they received the documents, and then ended up having to go register on a UCIS website and checking, seeing where the process was on the Fiancé visa. A month would go by, you look at it, still says the same. 2 months go by, still says the same. I think it was about the 5th or 6th month where I sent an email to UCIS asking them some information about where Ratana's documents were at in line, and I got a response back. And then after I did that, it seemed like it took actually it went quite quick. Probably about 2 weeks later, after doing that, I got it received, and I seen where they got the documents together for Ratana and sent them over to Bangkok, and then Bangkok sent her some information where she had to go take to the hospital. She had to take a physical and get some shots, and then they set up the appointment in Bangkok, and then it took about 9 months. It was roughly about 9 months for her to finally get here. She got here on November 3rd. And we've been married going on 3 years in November of this year. So it's not an easy task, and it's still not done. When she gets here, you think you're done with the paperwork. It's still not done. Believe me. There's still more to come. After she got here, getting my coffee here before it gets too cold. We had to end up. She had to take some biometrics. They call biometrics, I believe. And we had to set up an appointment for that. And that was to get her green card, 2-year green card. So we had to fill out paperwork on that. That costs money as well. Everything you do costs money. Believe me. The government is going to find a way, and it's going to cost money. You're not going to get around of not paying. They're going to get their share. But anyway, she ended up getting her fingerprints. She ended up filling out some paperwork. And then I believe after that, after she did all that, we end up trying to remember here a little bit. Oh, they set up an appointment. And it's very important that you get to know your wife-to-be and her to get to know you. Get to know your name, your date of birth, where you was born, your mother's name, everybody. Everything about you. You might think it's being nosy, but it's not. But when you go to this appointment, UCIS, we went up to Indy, they're asking her questions and seeing what kind of information she knows about you. Because they're wanting to make sure that both of you are legit, in love with each other and going to marry or whatever, if they're going to grant a 2-year visa. Well, yeah. So that went okay. And then after that, then it was probably, I don't know, it wasn't really much longer after the appointment and everything that she ended up getting her 2-year visa. Well, that made her happy too. And it made me happy. And I think after that, 1 year and something, she had to apply just recently, a while back, maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago. She had to apply for a 10-year visa. Once again, paperwork, documents, and about $1,300 that you have to pay. Now, the next time she goes for a visa, I think it's going to be less. I think it's going to be like $700 or something like that. One or the other was $1,200 or $1,300. I don't know if it was the first time for a 2-year. Might have been the first time for the 2-year was like $1,300. And then the second time for the 10-year, I think it was less. But you'll have to double check, make sure. But I'm one or the other. It's going to cost you. It always does. So it's not going to be any different. It's going to cost you some money. And so that's what we're waiting on now. We're waiting on our 10-year green card. And life's good. I'm happy. My plans is, talked in my last video is, 2 years and 8 months, I'll be in Thailand. We've got the dirt poured. It's settling. And we'll, here in about another year, after do all that, we'll start having our house built, have the gates put up and the walls around the property. And then once all that's done, then we're going to go in and then start having the house built. So we have to sell our house here and stuff, of course. And but it's going to be good on my health, my body, the heat. I've got some arthritis. 59. I know I probably look like I'm 70, but I'm only 59. But it's time to be happy, everybody. And I'm gonna make another video because being with my wife, and she's in this group, she has a lot of people, Thai people, that have the good, the bad, and the ugly to say about some individuals that they've fallen in love with, and it's come over from Thailand to either the United States, to Switzerland, England, all over. And these poor ladies get on there and they're lost. They're in another country, knowing what can they do or if they need help, because of some individual men have taken these women out of their country and not taking care of them. And that's a shame. And then men ought to be ashamed of themselves for doing that. But until the next time, next video, if you like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Trying to build a website, YouTube channel, and trying to prepare my life and Ratana's life going to Thailand. And when I get there, I'll show you a lot more. But for right now, I can just share what I've got, my life with my wife, my son that's come over from Thailand, great kid, and we'll share what we can with you. So until then, be happy. Time to be happy. And if you got somebody that you brought from another country because you love them, you want to make a commitment, love them, take care of them, be good to them. They left their country to come with you because they love you or looking for love and looking for somebody that can share the love. So take care.